What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Cymphany.
I'm Jordan. And we back with another movie. See, today we were Good Eats, and we're with a very famous person. I have no idea who this lady is. I just met her for the first time in my life, but let me tell you something.
Liar.
You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something.
That's the nephew, right?
She's very famous. I don't know what she's talking about. Yeah, she calls me nephew because she's famous and I'm learning. I want to get this very famous person's intake on how this food tastes. Now, see, she has a cooking channel, so if it don't taste good, she's going to spit it out. You see what I'm saying? She's going to let you know what it's hitting off of, if this is worth your tax money. Ready when you are. Before we eat, we getting your shot first. Y'all already know we can't. This is a regular restaurant for us, but this is a cooking expert. You know what I'm saying? We want to see.
Never spill the truth.
We want to see. Look at this thief. Nah. I ain't laughing with you. Yeah. This is serious. Yeah, you over here trying to rob me. But anyways, yeah, so
the truth won't be told because I'm gonna definitely tell her the truth.
Yeah, she gonna tell you if we've been gaslighting them this whole time.
I've been in Eat to try this food. Eat for the past, it was like 2 blocks ago. Like a couple of blocks ago, they was eating this in their car, y'all. And I was like, anytime I come to Florida, I want to try it.
I'm just waiting. I want to see what a cooking expert thinks of the food if I'm just out here capping, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, without further ado, you go ahead. Hey, we ain't eating first.
Y'all bless the food.
But we gonna pray first. Hold on.
I'm gonna let Johnny go ahead and bless the food, just then we get it on in. We gonna get it in, y'all. Let's pray.
God bless the less fortunate, bring them food, nourishment to their stomachs. Pray for those in need. Bless God and keep cover and protect all of our loved ones. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
That's how. Hey, that's that short prayer. You know when you hungry? Yeah, I ain't my dad. Hey, I ain't my dad. I don't be praying for hours. When we trying to eat, we trying to eat. I ain't touching the thing until you touch yours.
That's my food right there. The only thing I did different, like I said before, I have them put some mango on mine. And then mine is non-spicy. But yeah, you know, get the food in. Let me try this.
Oh no, I ain't touching it yet. This is technically.
I'm ready to get away for her to tell me about that mango on top of hers.
Yeah, cause I ain't
that mango look kind of good.
Yeah, that mango looking busting. You different. We ain't never tried a mango yet. The mango is different.
She's gonna make me get a side of mango.
Yo, look at this thief.
He don't even want to eat. I tried to offer him food. He don't even want to eat. Thirsty.
Hey, you're not even supposed to be awake right now. Yeah, you need to go to bed. It was good, huh? It was worth it? Was it worth the hype? We wasn't lying, right?
No.
Yeah. And let me tell you something. One thing we always do, whenever we do food reviews, we always go to the areas where they make the food better. We don't just try it in any old place, you feel me? So yeah, we our food reviews are authentic. But yeah, guys, I'm finna put this camera down. Oh, I gotta go. This food calling me. Cymphany got a breastfeed. So yeah, we gonna hurry up and eat. We got things to do today, y'all. Guys, we just wanted to give y'all the update that we promised. You know, when we talk about the things that were happening and why we weren't picking up the camera. First, I just want to give a disclaimer. Having a newborn, like having a newborn kid along with a 1-year-old at the same time, no, just having a newborn and then trying to like pick up the camera. I know it sounds easy to just pick up the camera and just record every little thing. You know what I'm saying? That happens because, oh, people love baby stuff, but it's not that easy. It's not that easy. You know what I'm saying? With babies comes responsibilities. Part of life is responsibilities. And some responsibilities or parts of life are a little bit rougher than others. Well, I just want to cut straight into it without beating around the bush. There were a lot of things that happened, you know, especially right now what we're currently dealing with. Mama Wilson, you know what I'm saying? Yes, this is, you know, Mrs. Wilson, but Mama Wilson is currently, you know, stuff is happening. And all I ask is for you guys as our supporters to, you know, pray for her. pray for her covering and her protection and a fast and speedy recovery. Yeah, that's what, as a supporter, that's what I want from y'all. Because yeah, life ain't playing with us right now, you know what I'm saying? And I know, before things get better, it has to get worse. And I'm just praying that it get better tomorrow. Because every time I feel like it can't get worse, it gets worse. But anyways, do you want to start off, or you want me to walk in?
So we, aka I, because he couldn't stay, but we were in the hospital with Melody not that long ago. I think it's been like 2 months since we've been home. So we were in the hospital with her. She was admitted because her red blood count dropped like drastically. So she had to get a blood transfusion. And then that turned into like a whole different conversation. Then they started talking about weight and all these different things. And we went through that with Judah literally last year. Which we kind of already said that to them. But the way they acted was kind of like, well, Judah's 10 years old. She's here right now. But in reality, it's not. It's not. And only one person acknowledged Judah, which was the doctor who I went to see originally. He actually was the only one that recognized Judah and said, oh, he's growing beautifully, he's doing fine, blah blah blah. But then you guys did the same exact thing to him, and what you guys did not help him to get that way. It was his dad that helped him get that way. But anyway, so pretty much now we're dealing with the same thing with Melody. Melody is 7 months old now, and she's definitely gotten bigger in size. Like, she's gotten bigger, and not just bigger like chunky. She's gotten longer in size, like way longer.
Guys, let me tell you, that girl tall. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When she was like 3 to 4 months, can I be honest with you? I think she's gonna be taller than Judah, because her legs was swinging out her car seat from like 3 to 4 months. And she's expeditiously extremely
And the
long.
thing is that she also likes to scooch down instead of like ball
she
up.
Balls up.
It's like she's basically the female version of her dad, because he balls up too. He does stuff like that too. So she's literally doing exactly the things that her dad does at his age right now. So like, yeah, I mean, she might be, but also we don't really know, because you also stopped growing at some point. And you just skyrocketed out of nowhere. I wouldn't be surprised that's what happens to Judah too. Because literally, like in height, he's 1 year old and she's only 7 months. And literally having them next to each other, she's not that much shorter than her brother right now. And she's not even 1 year old yet. So I can only imagine what it's going to be like when she's 1 year old. Maybe she might start slowing down. Who knows? But right now she's getting longer and longer. I had them literally the other day laying next to each other, and literally this Judah feet is she about like right here, like literally right here, like that, like not that much off from him. But anyway, so with that, it was like a lot of it was a lot. I pretty much got made to feel like I'm not doing what it is that I need to do to take care of her,
and they always make her feel like that. They always make her feel like that. For some reason, it's always, oh, she's the problem. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing wrong with our kids.
Like at all.
I don't know what it is, but I don't know. There's, first of all, what makes it upsetting is not only is it that they have a different opinion, but in order to enforce their opinion, this hospital is willing to threaten you with whatever.
Like judges taking your child away from you, pretty much overriding you as the parent. Like they don't care. Like if they don't,
just because you have a different opinion from them, and if you're not repeating what it is that they say, yes, you will be threatened to have your kid taken away. And it's just, she's not being starved, she's being fed to the point where she can't take anymore. And one of my problems was that, with Judah, Judah was being breastfed, and he was being formula fed at the same time. But he wasn't growing to their standards. But he was growing. Can't nobody say that he wasn't growing. It just wasn't to their standard. And because he wasn't growing to their standards, he ended up having to stay in the month again. He had to stay in the hospital, last year for the same situation. And
outside of the blood thing.
Yeah, outside of the blood thing. But he ended up having to stay in the hospital for the weight thing, just like his sister has to. And it didn't really make any sense to me, you know what I'm saying? But they prescribed that formula would save it. Cymphany is the problem. Get rid of Cymphany. Formula. I just want y'all to keep in mind, we done ran through so many different flavors or so many different mixtures of formula, words can't describe. And finally, we got to the formula, the Infamil, that has the most calories, the most protein, whatever it is. And it's still, and just FYI, we got to that before him having to stay in the hospital. And even with that, him intaking that formula, it wasn't doing anything for him. He was growing the same way.
And then it turned into we weren't mixing it right, which we legitimately
we was mixing it right. He was getting baby cereal added onto his formula.
We was adding baby cereal onto his formula. We were like literally the things that the doctor tells you not to do, we were doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because in the end, like, you know, obviously old school way gonna know better than what these doctors are gonna tell you, because in reality, let's call it spade a spade. In our cultures, we look way better and our health is way better compared to the average Joe that follows what American doctors are telling you in the first place. So that's just that. But, you know, basically with Melody, we only did the one formula, to the point that I reached out to women who are literally, who can really like pretty much give me insight, because clearly it's like there must be something that I don't understand, like there must be something that I'm not understanding or whatever. And all of them pretty much said that they went through, like, doctors did the same exact thing to them, and they are saying you need to take your children out from that facility, because where they are, they do not care about, like, they don't care about breastfeeding, because the first thing you're supposed to do is get the mom help, not sit there and say, oh, you're doing it all wrong and we're just gonna take your baby off of breast milk and da. Like, first of all, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to say, you know what, let's have you sit down with a lactation consultant or whatever the case may be, and get you help, see what's going on. Maybe she's not latching correctly or whatever the case may was, but in the beginning she was not latching correctly. And also in the beginning, we literally went through the same exact thing before this escalated to whatever it escalated to, and she started throwing up. So then I started getting worried. So I went to ask the same people for help, and it turned into the first time they asked us to admit her into the hospital, that literally, first of all, we don't work on doctor's time, we work on our time. And unfortunately, we had his grandmother down from New York who was 90, she's 96 years old, but she was 95 and then turned 96 during her stay here. She was sitting in the house. You can't leave her by herself, and by law you cannot leave an elderly person at home by themselves in the first place. So we could have got his dad in trouble, we could have got his mom in trouble, we could have got his aunt in trouble, we could have got all these different people in trouble. So why were we gonna do that? Absolutely not. Mind you, I was still in school during that hospital, during when they were trying to get her to stay, and even when I actually stayed.
Hey, y'all know how finals.
And this time, and I was literally in the middle of like midterms and technically a final, because I took 4 classes. So one of my classes, the midterm was due at the time they were trying to admit her the first time. And then I had 3 other additional midterms that were due this time when I stayed. So he had to literally go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. To the point that we had to send Judah to go stay with his aunt and his uncle. So stay with his brother and his sister-in-law, because that was the only help that we could have had, because Mama Wilson and Grandpa Wilson, they had to work. You know what I'm saying?
And I want to say that, you know, first of all, that wasn't even the reason why she was sent to the hospital. She, you know, we had to take her there because, you know, it was an appointment. And because they are currently, you know, like we told you guys, it said that she has sickle cell. The thing for me is, I don't recall ever, not one day of my life, where a doctor told me I had sickle cell trait, I asked my mom, and my mom
over and over again, even asked his dad over and over again, like, are you guys sure? Are you guys sure?
I went to them checkups every week till I was like 5 years old. I remember some of them checkups to this day, and I was never, nobody ever told me, oh, you got sickle cell trait. Nothing like that.
But was he in and out of like doctor's offices, stuff like that? Yes, he was. But wasn't it for your weight or something like that? Mom said, wasn't it for your weight or something like that? Yeah, it was something. Like that. It was something with his weight.
So for me,
ironic. It was for your weight. Look what's happening to our 2 kids. For what? Weight.
So, you know, and if you look at my pictures, I look as fluffy as I possibly could get. I'm not finna show y'all that because y'all not finna sit here and violate. But y'all not finna sit here and violate me. No, sirree. I know how the internet get. I'll show them on my timing. You feel me? Anyways.
and you won't find it on the internet.
Yeah, leave me alone. But no, like it just didn't make no sense how all of a sudden now you're telling me my child has something. So that was already an issue. So my mind is already turned off because, how is it that this, and there's a whole bunch of different things that can play into, her results coming back the way they came back, but they're not. They just jumped to one, and instead of testing out all, that's what they're stuck on. So they labeled it quick. Oh, she has sickle cell. Okay, that's cool. But how is it that she ended up staying at the hospital for something that had nothing to do with what it was that she came for in the first place? It don't make no sense. She had a blood transfusion. Here's what she had to take. She had a blood transfusion. Then we had to make sure that she was taking everything well. And but that went out the window. We ended
within
up,
like 24 hours.
Within not even 24 hours. Within that same day, so less than 24 hours, less than 7 hours. They was onto a whole new subject.
But remember, when I did my blood transfusion, they still gotta observe you for 24 hours because even then they still gotta make sure.
They was not. You must have got amnesia. They wasn't observing nothing. The thing that.
I know, she wasn't even hooked. First of all, she wasn't even hooked up to the machines.
She wasn't even hooked up to the machines.
She wasn't even hooked up to the machines. Like, literally, I had, like, Melody was in my lap. Melody was in her car seat to go to sleep.
Yeah, so what are you talking about?
But what I'm saying is that technically, it would have been 24 hours, but the nurse said that whatever they did, they did it. They ran the test. They did whatever it is that they need to do. She said that part of the stay already ended within a matter, like, totally ended quick as I don't know what.
It didn't last no 24 hours because I ain't hear nothing about that blood transfusion or nothing else that following day. So all of that ended quick. All right, what I was hearing about and what they were sitting there checking on, exactly. It was all weight. It had nothing to do with the blood transfusion or making sure she was okay or none of that. They had a motive, and that's what they were going for. Because, and just so y'all know, when I say they'll use any means, they'll use force, they'll use verbal abuse. One of the doctors, the last time, the time where Cymphany was talking about my grandma being here, whatever. Buddy was so bold enough to sit here and, speak death over my child's life, basically saying that, she could die and because she's dehydrated and she ain't got no weight and this and that and the third. Well, the dehydration, obviously, moron, because first of all, that appointment, that's why we had brought her there. She was puking, she was throwing up. We needed help with that. Nobody was even trying to help us with that. That's not even what they were trying to help with. We saying, she's puking, she's throwing up, help. Why does she keep throwing up after every feeding? After every feeding, it don't matter what it is. Help with that. Okay, we're gonna help you. It turned into something completely different. And one of the things I said to one of those bozos was, hey, I fear if my kid got into a car accident and shattered an arm or whatever it was, y'all would sit there, do a full diagnosis, and instead of worrying about the injury, worry about the blood loss, worry about whatever, y'all would sit there and worry about something else completely different. What type of hospital is this? Y'all milking our insurance. Just an FYI, like we said, Judah stayed for the same thing, right? Do y'all know our insurance basically told us they're not paying for it because he stayed for... He overstayed.
It wasn't necessary. It wasn't medically necessary.
It was not what he stayed for, especially how long he stayed. It was not medically necessary. That's what our insurance basically said to us. So look, history repeating itself, right? So y'all sitting here ready to take us to court and whatnot, and our insurance is legit looking over everything like, bro, this one, we not, no. And when we said that, homies was looking at us like, what? We can overturn that. No, you can't.
No, you can't.
No, you cannot. And we still ain't gonna pay that.
Sure not. We getting a lawyer.
We not paying that.
I'm getting a lawyer. Not only are we going to be getting a lawyer for Judah, but we're going to be getting a lawyer for Melody, because this time we made sure to document everything with Melody. Yeah. We started documenting with Judah way too late, Way too late. But, it's just with children alone, it's already been like a lot. And then what we're going through just ourselves and all these other things is a lot. And then it was kind of like as soon as we came home with Melody, then we found out about Mama Wilson. And so it's just like everything has just been adding up. Mama Wilson went into surgery, during the week. She's supposed to be coming home today, what they said, which is Friday, that she should be coming home today. But even that, like, there's way more stuff that could have happened, you know, with that. And this might be a whole different conversation, especially for him, you know, because we found out other things that happened during the surgery and things like that. But like, yo, it's just been like, it's just been a lot, you know. And there's only one good thing that happened. I graduated college. That's the one thing that good that actually happened. I finished college. I finally finished college after all these years. I finished college. I got my bachelor's degree, and it's like I want to be. Like It's like I'm trying to be so. I feel like I'm using that as the crutch to be excited or whatever. But it's like, bro, nobody. No, literally, I got congratulations barely. But everybody is going through their own thing, and then some of them and certain people who are not dealing with the things that we're dealing with, you would have thought that they would have told me congratulations, but I didn't even get that from that said person.
Oh yeah, yeah. She got the complete opposite of that. You know what I'm saying? It's we're getting a lot more love from outside and then on the inside. And I don't want to say that we're not getting love and support from the inside. I don't want none of y'all to sit and come in my neck and say, but Jordan, I'm not talking about you. Don't do that. What I'm saying is the people who, you know, alongside y'all, you know what I'm saying? People that we know, people that we are friends and family with, you know, but I'm gonna stick strictly to the label as family. There ain't really much, you know what I'm saying? And again, if you don't know, then you don't know. We can't blame you, but for those of y'all that do know and still didn't really do nothing, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all can kiss my ass. And you know, for some
because we do know family are watching our videos,
yeah.
So we're not talking to you guys.
And for some of y'all that think it's okay to, you know, kind of poop on people while they're down, I have nothing good to say about y'all either. Because yeah, I wouldn't do that to you, you know, say neither of us would. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna leave that, you know, we're gonna close that chapter because you're not gonna get my energy and you're not gonna waste my time because we getting paid off this video and I'm not gonna sit here and let this video be taunted and ruined by your distaste and your demonic and satanic energy. Anyways, but yeah, guys, it's been a lot. You know, financially, because of this hospital thing, financially, things have been at, you know, cruised. It's been cruised. It's been hurt. Bills don't wait. You know what I'm saying? Life don't wait. These bills, when you sit here, you come back from that hospital, them bills be sitting there waiting on you like a girl.
Hello. Yeah. We've been here waiting on you.
They be sitting there waiting for you like a dog waiting to greet its master. And yeah, them bills, they jumped into our laps and our arms, you know what I'm saying, with joy. And yeah, it didn't really make us feel that good. You know what I'm saying? It was sickening. You know, in times like these, and again, we're giving you the crunch of everything, not trying to go too much into detail, make this video long. But in all of this, you know, it's been very hard to keep yourself, you know, encouraged because, man, I don't know. And everybody's always quick to say how you're not praying and you're not trying, but it's like, what do you do when you are praying and you are trying? You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, I don't know about y'all, but when I pray about things, I pray in confidence, and I pray and have confidence that whatever it is I'm seeking will, you know, be provided. And you know what I'm saying? But it's like sometimes I don't like playing the doubting game with, you know, who it is that I'm praying to. I don't like playing the doubting game with God. And when I'm sitting there praying and I feel like I'm not, you know, getting a response, which I know sometimes that's part of the analysis, you know, because, you know, I don't know, man. It just has you feeling like, well, then what do I do now?
Because it feels like he's not answering. It feels like he's not listening. Like it feels like he's not listening.
Yeah, you know you're being heard. You know you're being heard, but it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Man, it's hard. But the last thing you want to hear in a time like this, when the only thing that it is for you to do is pray, is that you're not praying enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Because some people will sit there and tell you that, you know, maybe if you're not listening to God, or if you can't hear God, maybe you're just not close enough, and maybe you just need to get closer. And so, guys, we ain't been having no bills. being paid on time. A lot of things had just come to a halt. So it's like the only thing that we have had time to do is either, pick up the camera when we have time, or take care of our kids, or yes, sit and talk to God. Even our streaming services, whatever it is that we pay for to sit there and watch. That, man, I don't even want to talk about that, bro. But yeah, it's like, it's all we've had time to do. So how do we keep ourselves encouraged? It's, we're learning, guys. We're young, and, nobody promised us that it was going to be easy, and we're doing our best. You know what I'm saying? All I ask is, you guys as our supporters, whether that be you, the viewer, whether it be someone that knows me, whatever the case may be, don't criticize us right now. I don't want to hear any criticization. I don't need, constructive criticism. I don't need any of that. Right now, all I need is support. All we need is support. And that's all we're asking for. That's the only thing we ask for and request. I don't even care if y'all like this video or comment or subscribe. I ain't even finna request that. All I'm asking is, for some type of support, whether that be a prayer in the bathroom, touch your phone screen, touch the TV screen, whatever it is that you're watching, and just pray for us. That's all we need. We need as much prayer as possible, because every time one situation ends, another situation starts, and the next situation is completely worse than the last.
But no situation ended. It's still ongoing.
They still ongoing. Nothing has ended, and it's like, instead of it getting better, it's getting worse. So guys, we, ending off this video, we just want to say we love y'all. You know what I'm saying? I pray for whatever it is that you guys are going through. I hope you guys, get, the peace that surpasses all understanding, and you get the love that, shows no boundaries and no end. And, I hope y'all feel that, because that's what it is that we're looking at. And I hope for that, the same for that we want to be prayed for it. I hope you guys receive the same thing. I wish y'all nothing but the best. We wish y'all nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? I hope
we're not disappearing off the app.
We ain't disappearing off the app.
The way he's saying this right now makes it feel like we're about to
No,
disappear
we're not.
off the app.
Yeah, no, we're not. It's not no, I'm not saying that we're disappearing off that. I'm just saying right now things are happening behind the scene, and before we get back on the train of showing you that our life is perfect and that everything is going well, you know what I'm saying? Right now you guys are getting, the truth behind the mask. And while you're seeing the truth is technically going to disappear a little bit. We have to, we got to appeal to our audience. Yes, we're not, our life just, you don't want to just see life sucks, death, life sucks. So before, we put our mask back up and go back into, entertaining you guys, I just want y'all to see the truth and see that, yes, we need y'all, you know what I'm saying? And to an endless amount, whatever it is y'all can give us. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about prayers. Prayers. As much as possible. Until you start foaming out the mouth. Yes, I need as much prayers as possible. And you got anything to say?
I mean, I definitely understand, like, putting a mask, but sometimes you also have to be raw with people, and because at the end of the day, you never know who is watching your video and maybe going through something similar, or they're probably going through something too. So, sometimes we got told, oh, just record it in the moment because and it was kind of like, technically in the moment, you're not really thinking about recording,
mind.
You're thinking about getting through whatever it is that you're dealing with. So,
especially when it has something to do with your new, brand new kids.
So, during that time, like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like, I looked rough, and it was bad. Like, there's a lot of other things that happened while I was in there, so, if he would have started recording, I would have gotten upset, because, I know sometimes if we look beat up, sometimes it's okay to show that, but it was a type of beat up it was a type of beat up. It wasn't just an appearance, it was also the emotion. It was just everything just kind of, built up, everything just added up. So, like, all those different things, like, honestly, I probably wouldn't have been able to have, like, a conversation, like us talking to you right now. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have been able to do it. But in the end, to our family who has been here listening to us and, like, supporting us in the best way, I appreciate all of you guys, especially shout out to my sister, big sister. I didn't call you yet to tell you, but I told mom. But kind of sometimes you be watching our stuff too. But like, right now, just where we are, we're gonna do our best to still kind of be cheerful and bring entertainment and things like that. But like, right now, we just felt like we wanted to at least get that off our chest. That way you guys know, because it's like, yeah, we be posting the shorts, yeah, you be seeing us, but that's also us, but it's not just for you guys, it's also for us too, to try to at least make good of the situation and things like that. But truthfully, like, the more we keep trying, the harder it gets for us on the inside, because it's like, well, we keep on trying to put this big smile and on our faces and trying to do it for you guys too. But it's like, but it's like the more you keep hearing about different things, because like I said, when I got home, it was kind of like Mama Wilson or whatever, so it was just a lot. But
this, how I feel is, I don't want to make it a habit out of just always showing y'all the roughs and the downs, because for me, I know that you guys are, I know some of y'all are dealing with right now, times is hard for everybody.
Yeah.
And I understand that you guys have problems of your own. Videos like these, yes, I want to put them out time to time, letting y'all know that, yes, we are going through it just as much as you are. You are not alone, but I don't want to make it too much of a habit. You know what I'm saying? I want our videos to be a light for y'all, give y'all some type of entertainment, give you the spunk, give you a laugh, even if you hate it. You know what I'm saying? At least you hating it gave you the energy and the strength that you needed. and that's all that's all I'm looking for.
We might do something cringy, yo.
We might do something cringy.
But it's cringe.
They love saying cringe. They love saying, oh, we hate this, but I don't give a damn what you hate. You cared enough, and it made you feel some type of determination, and you felt, what's the word I'm looking for? Inspired and motivated to do something productive with your life.
Because again,
not productive, but okay, cool.
Because we do read the comments, and I'm not gonna lie, like, there are times when we will respond back to you guys, but like, the way that I'll respond is different from how he will respond. You know what I'm saying? So you will tell, like, some people know me personally, and they could tell you, he can even tell you, his hot-headedness, he was able to control it. I'm not. Like, I can't. I don't have the patience.
But that's the life we chose, sis.
Yeah, I know. So sometimes it's like, whatever. But now we've gotten to the point that, if there's anything negative, we will not be responding to it. And if you get a like or a love on the comment, a lot of the times I'm the one that went and loved it, because at the end of the day, I'm still going to show you love, because at least you took the time out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You stay engaged with the content regardless. But anyway, basically, we all are gonna get through whatever it is that we're all individually going through. We're gonna get through whatever it is that we are going through personally as well. Right now it just looks like the light is not at the end of the tunnel, and it looks like we're further away from the end of the tunnel. And we kind of already want to be at the end of the tunnel.
Fast forward, bro. This testing stuff is overrated.
Yeah, because God, sometimes, God, and everybody says God doesn't give his, strongest and hardest battles to people who can't handle it. And it's like, but right now it feels like it's too much.
You ain't trying to hear that, bro.
Yeah, it's like, okay, but the weight getting a little too heavy. Yeah. I'm done. Like, I'm done with this testing. I'm ready for it to be over. I don't want to do this no more. But anyway, thanks for supporting us. Thank you for sticking around, waiting for the next video. I'm still grateful that we were able to at least throw up certain shorts there for you guys and things like that, because that takes a little bit less time sometimes too, where it's like, we're just gonna do a short today or whatever case may be. But we're definitely grateful for you guys sticking around and sticking around basically.
So yeah, we'll be going back. Every once in a while we give you guys an update, and let y'all know the real. Yeah, if you enjoy this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, just comment support. I want to see how many times y'all can comment support without getting interrupted. You can leave a like, comment, subscribe, show us some love, give us a hug through the comment section.
If you got something inspirational to tell us, go ahead too, go ahead. That will ease our mind too. So anything inspirational, send it to us too. You know what I'm saying? And you can both, and make sure you guys follow us on our IG. It's gonna be in the description. You guys are more than welcome to reach out to us on IG and everything.
All right, peeps, love y'all. She ruined it. Yeah, get off me.